Prodycal, and today we're going to be doing a game review, a classic game review, and I think what better game to review than one of my childhood faves, Mega Man X, the entire series. So we're going to start this by playing, and I'm going to just talk about some of my memories and some of the things that I appreciated about the brand. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. With no further ado, we'll be getting into it. I think I want to personally start. I'm gonna start from this. Actually, no. I'm gonna start on X. All right. So yeah, no further ado. Mega Man X. This is one of the dopest Mega Man series for me. I personally love it. I grew up on it. It's one of my favorite platform games. I've beaten the majority of them, maybe a few that I missed that I'm probably gonna catch up on soon, or whenever I get some free time. But yeah, basically Mega Man X being the first, a little backstory about me playing it. So when my brother was doing his tour in Japan, I believe, or basically when he was in the military, he accumulated a lot of Super Nintendo games, Killer Instinct being one of many games that I played a lot, but Mega Man X was one of my favorite games. It would definitely go down in my mental history as monumental. So I'm gonna play with Zero. The Mega Man X series, and quote me if I'm wrong, because I was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, grew up in the 90s, but I believe the X series was the true beginning of the wall tap and the dashing for the characters. So between Mega Man and Zero, they were able to actually tap instead of just falling straight off the board if you missed your jump. It gave you a second chance by tapping on the wall and pretty much proceeding. I'm gonna skip some of this dialogue here. So this is really just a gameplay review. The mechanics of the game really fast, really clear, concise. I remember beating X1. I remember my friend allowed me to borrow X2. He never played X1, so I traded with him. He played X1 that way, and that's how I played X2. Typically on these games, I like to start off at the snow bases. Each one has like a snow enemy, and I just like to start there. I feel like you get your fundamental upgrades there. So the upgrades consist with a machine, like a capsule, with Dr. Light. He would actually appear there, and once you met up with him, he'll talk to you, tell you what your upgrade would be. Zero not needing much as far as his upgrade because he's dope. You know what I'm saying? He got pretty much everything he needs. Yeah, X3 I didn't play until later on. It's one of the ones I missed. It's one of the ones I missed, but X4 was one that I played definitely when I was probably about 9 years old, I want to say. And I need a double jump upgrade. So, double jump is what I'm going to do for that. I'm going to be able to grab that right now. In X4, I was, for the summer, I was staying with my cousin Karima, who's a Muslim. I mentioned that because we had to practice some of her customs as far as eating. She didn't force any belief on us, but she did. We did have to learn how to eat with our hands, and she made us pray. She made us pray at a certain time of the day while she would pray. I remember that time period. It was a good time period because I had a lot of moments in my childhood where my parents wasn't necessarily there all the time. And Karima was one of the people that made me feel comfortable. She was my oldest cousin. She is my oldest cousin. Feels like an auntie, but she's like the eldest of all my cousins from my grandmother. And her son Naeem was born around the year when I was playing. Yeah, definitely dope. Fun. The mechanics really smooth. Man, like I gotta tell you, Zero is just fun to play. He's just fun player. X is as well as the X series with Zero. He just had that sauce. I feel like before Dante, there was Zero. If you know what I mean. Dante was the saucy Devil May Cry movements. Zero with the saucy movements for a 2D platform. So on X1, pretty much you don't play with Zero. You actually lose Zero. Zero is killed, I believe, in that particular story's timeline. But on X2, you can find parts of his pieces, and as an Easter egg, at some point, you're able to actually play with Zero. Now X3, you're able to choose Zero as well. I'm not sure if he's completely destroyed, or you're able to play with him. You're able to play with him. And then on here, it's more of a you can choose who you want to play with instead of a situation-based reason why you're playing. So definitely was a fun, man. This game is just, I barely want to talk, guys. I used to love playing this game. I used to love playing this game, just point blank period. It was definitely a dope game for me. So on every X series, they would have a mini boss. And they probably had it like that on the regular Mega Man series. When I say regular, I mean without the X. A mini boss before you get to the real boss. And it's almost like challenging your ability before you get to the real shenanigans. Some of them would be complimentary, having features that resemble the actual boss, and I'm probably going to die. Hey, he got me. He got me. I wasn't doing a lot of dodging. I was really a beast at dodging back in the day. It was just fun to run through the boards. Yeah. But anyway, the X4 series will be the first series that actually had animation. When I say animation, like they had the cutscenes because it was on PlayStation 1. PlayStation 1, a lot of PlayStation 1 had like cutscene animations for the storytelling of the game. You know, with new mechanics, new systems that it would do a little bit more. On the previous ones before, you have to pretty much read all the subtitles. They still have it where you have to read. But for the most part, on this one, you just kind of watch the animations and follow the story that way. And I'm just gonna play X4 for a little bit. I'm gonna play a little bit of X4, then I'm gonna go to another X. We'll close it out like that. Mega Man being a Capcom game, eventually Capcom started to implement things that felt like an actual fighter. It was the most popular Capcom game, Street Fighter. So playing Mega Man, eventually, of course, you had the platform-based movements that was like Mario, but a little bit more saucy. You get to the point where you start to feel the mechanics change to where you can actually feel like you're playing like a fighting game a little bit. Especially with Zero, his upgrades wouldn't be like X. You just switch to an arsenal. You can press the special weapon button. You can do a certain attack. With Zero, you actually have to do button inputs. I believe on the lava stage, you're able to actually do like a, if it's up and special button, or give you like a, something like a Shari Yukin, but a different word for it. Just to see, so like a dragon uppercut. And on X1, if you, the mining board with all the bats, I remember you had all the sub-tanks and all your health. If you completed the board without being hit, and at the end of the mine board, if you were to do the super dash and jump to a higher cliff, you're able to see a Doctor-like sub-tank, not sub-tank, but upgrade couch. Hop in it, and then you will acquire reviews a week. And you can check other YouTube channels to see how to actually unlock it. I'm just giving you a short analogy. This is just the gameplay of the game. I used to love seeing that. I just like all of the Mega Man ice games. That's one of my favorite boards. Second to that is usually the lava. Like traditional thing that has ice and a lava flow. The spacey stuff is cool, but not one of my favorites. I'm not really a spacey person, even with stories and timelines. It's kind of like things to be close to natural as possible. Landscape, greenery, natural stuff, mountains, ice, stuff like that. Alright, just a sec. Sit down, you can sit down.
No, but I'm moving the camera.
No, you're not. It's only on me, it's a circle.
The camera right there.
It's only on me. I got it aiming where I'm at. You can sit over there. And wait.
I'm still gonna be seen.
Look at this man. I got it cut out to a circle, so it's not gonna show everything. Don't go that way. Come this way, because you're gonna move the pillow and all of a sudden. All right. All right, so we're making it to our first boss scene. This is the actual boss. All right, and we pretty much have like this. It's like a big snow seal, which makes sense. You see seals out in the Arctic. So I'm not gonna. It's the walrus. This one, and another thing in the X series, mostly every enemy has a weakness. I want to mention that. They all have a certain weakness. His weakness was not fire. I remember it not working well. I don't know if it's electricity, because of water and electricity. But I definitely know that if you were to use ice against maybe the fire enemy, you would see them have a certain reaction to it and it would take more health points. That was one of my favorite things to do on X1. Find wet in. And I'm pretty much doing his slash only because that's pretty much all I got other than this gun. This gun is so crazy. His slash is God. Pickle here. Alright, so we beat our first boss. Promised you guys at least one battle. I'm gonna acquire the downward stab move for this board, and then after that, I'm gonna move to the next game. I'm not gonna do all the games. I'm just gonna do certain games. I spoke about X1 through 4, and I believe 4 may be the. I'm gonna have to break these up into two different sessions. Now that I think about it, because 4 actually is the last game on disc 1 if you had the disc. So I would have to go to another app, close out the broadcast, and start. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go to X1 and go to the snowboard on that one. Finish that one out and then we'll close out. So we got one. That was fine. Alright, I'm just going back here so I can go to my settings, option. Well, actually, I have to kind of, because I'm playing with an arcade stick, guys, I have to press the actual PlayStation button, because this one doesn't have, a pad button. Now, my other authentic arcade stick does have a pad button. I can just press. We're gonna exit out. Let's go a little bit of the modes. You have museums, which I'm pretty sure you can unlock pictures, or it shows pictures through the trailers of the game when they came out initially. Then they have challenge mode where you fight the bosses. Matter of fact, let's do that. We'll do that instead of going to the prior one. I haven't dabbed into this too much, so I think it'd be fun to fight the bosses. We'll do normal. We'll do normal. Hopefully I can play with Zero. So the Mavericks were the name of the enemies or the bosses on this game. So pretty much Mavericks were like basically most of the Mega Man series is about robots. Pretty much robots that are created that turn bad or something happened and turn into the dark side. That's the most generic way I can explain it. Ooh, okay. Okay. Well, I just fought the Warriors because it's interesting that they got Mega Man X. Oh, it tells me what I want to choose. So, do I have to use, you gotta use X. Dang, I wanted to use X. Okay. Well, I'll go with Fire Wave. I think it should hurt. Still. Alright. Okay. Alright. So pretty much the challenge is boss battle. So you see how the difference, looking at both of those two, you can see how Super Nintendo versus PlayStation graphics look. And they put them on the same board. Oh my god, this is saucy. Boy, this mode is fresh. This mode is fresh. To be able to even play both of them. Oh god, I need to skip that normal. To be able to play both of the shoes. Alright, so my hand. Okay. So, wow, that's cool. It's like you get to fight two bosses. We took the traditional snow boss and then we got the wars. This makes perfect sense. They're both snow bosses. The kingdom, like, you get a problem though, because you can't break his ice unless you got the fire thing to melt it. Alright, so I'm gonna try to dabble into switching to my fire and see if it, what's my special button? What's my special button? Okay. Oh, I'm doing a poor job because of my position. I'm just going, look, oh, he got a sword? I didn't, see, the thing is, the reason why I'm having a little trouble is because I didn't know what X I'll be fighting with. So this must be from X6 maybe, or X5? Because I don't remember them having a sword that you could use by actually taking into the structures of it. Cool. So, still fun. I may not win this one, guys. I was trying to... Alright, there we go. Alright, so you see how you see the effect that it had on the kingdom. I knew the wars would be affected by that. I knew that for sure. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna pull it. It is what it is. I'd rather play with the vanilla version of Mega Man because at least I know what I can do. I have a floating mechanism on here too. I kind of don't like the floating thing. It was awkward. Oh, this is good. Yeah, okay. They tried to make it saucier than Zero, but Zero gameplay was good. What's not that? Yeah, Zero gameplay is just better. You can see. And X is easy to bust. Attack to beat him. Get too complicated. You see what you can do this. Now, one of the challenges in all of the X series is that basically you'll beat all of the enemies that are on whatever island or whatever. You beat all of them, and then before you play the main boss on that one stage, they'll give you like a few little health points thing. Yeah, it's almost like a survival mode where you fight all the bosses, all 8 bosses, 10 bosses, however many bosses they had before you got to the main city. Which was a test of your skills, because by that time you're equipped with more armor, you have every ability to use against them. You're able to injure them easier. You have the kryptonite, the arsenal. Then you have sub-tanks, so it makes sense being able to use sub-tanks. Which one of your things as you plan. Oh. Trying to do this. Who is that? Wars is about to die. I'm trying to get rid of one. Need somebody gone. And look at that. Penguin is a classic enemy. And look, he's lasting longer than the newer enemy, which is the one. Penguin is giving you trouble. Like he always has. He's always giving you trouble. But I appreciate the idea of the concept of fighting both of them. And I didn't know that this is really me reacting for the first time on the board, so I'm gonna play this mode. Ice, water, light, blue light in the darkness. Jumping on my head. He's getting me. And all I have to do is back out of the way. I was attacking. Got him. Alright, so you get it. Whew. Just like y'all brain. Right. So we did it. I may not did it with the best timing. I'm rusty, man. I'm very rusty on this, but I'm definitely a fan of this entire franchise. That is cool. That each level allows you to get a correlating boss. They can fight at the same time. And really, if you liked it, if you enjoyed the boss battles in the past, stand the test of time and see if you still have the skill to beat them. Alright, so this is part 1. I'm going to do a part 2 because it's 2 different apps, but not at this time. It'll probably be later on this week, maybe tomorrow, who knows, at a fine time. And in the meantime, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, notification bell so you can be updated whenever I put out new content. Also, there's new music out there, The Champ, produced by The Ultra, and I'm the artist on there, and it's kind of like we're practicing doing a storytelling type of music to where we're able to paint pictures of movies in people's minds as we continue to move forward. Just a sec. So anyway, we're working on doing projects and songs that have concepts. And just trying to do something out of the norm. Everybody's kind of doing the drip, saucy flow, and just cool swag music, and we're just trying to be more creative. And at first I was like, I don't do that anyway, but to talk and rap and do music on someone else's concept is kind of bringing out the best in me, and you'll start to see that as you listen to the music, if you're a follower of the music. If you want to chime in on what I got going on, there is a BandLab contest that I've entered. The artist Jake, I remixed our Golden Hour song, so you can hear a snippet of it on TikTok. My TikTok is Prodycal is back, just like my IG, which is PRODYCALISBACK. It's on both channels, so you can, if you want to hear the full song, I would say go to my profile description on IG, click it, and it'll get you straight to the full song on BandLab. You can like it, you can download the app BandLab. Look, that's a promo for it. This is a pretty dope app for artists and musicians that may not have the equipment or the means to have, the means to make music. And if you do have the means to make music, it's an extra DAW you can use that's server based. You don't have to worry about running out of space. It's all on the server. You can just make music, collab with people, comment, look, publish your music on there so you can see what feedback you get. What I would say, what I do is I publish some songs there, see what reaction I get, and it helps me determine what single I want to put out. So definitely a dope tool, BandLab. I've been promoting that. BandLab needs to give me a band for how many people I put on this. But anyway, to close off, thank you guys for watching and tuning in. More content coming soon. This is your host,